Well, hello guys and gals, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mistermoose. And we are back on Manchester for one more day. And we are on day, what is it? Today's day 2 still. And I need to get that mower put away. But, yeah, more focused on the fields right now. Alright, so when we left off yesterday, we had done the cultivating in the field over here on 7, and we had just plowed on 6, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Need to move some equipment around, and we'll get going. Now, if we look at our field here, it's the moisture content in this thing is horrible. It's down to 29%. This one over here is just as bad, so we're going to have to get a lot of moisture into our fields to get them up. Alright, so I'm going to take this tractor, get it out of here for now. We'll go put our plow up and get our equipment moved around. Probably stuff I could have done off camera, but I didn't. So you guys are going to have to deal with it today. So we'll just head over here to the equipment storage area and store our plow. Z plural. And as soon as we get that done, we can alright, that one's out of the way. I'm just gonna pull this guy right over here and park him for now. And let's see if we can go get the other one, which is right here. I don't know what I did when I set this up to plow, but for some reason I missed these little spots. All I can figure is I set that for 9.7 or something. What did we set it at? Yeah, 9.4 is what this is showing. I don't think that's what we did. I think we did 9.6, 9.7, somewhere in there. And that didn't do good. Or maybe I did 9.4 on one and 9.7 on the other. I bet that's why it is. I bet that's why there's an error. But that's the answer. I'm not going to worry about it because we are getting ready to cultivate that field. So we're going to fertilize and cultivate that thing. So when we do, all will be forgiven. Bet that's the dealy-do, though. Watch this. Let's park this guy right here. We'll jump out. We'll jump into this guy. How much you want to bet this one's 9.7? 9.6. There's the problem. I didn't change it on both of them, and I messed that up. Oh, well. We made a mistake. Fire me. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so let's get this guy out of the way so we can get some fertilizing done over on the other field, and then we'll come over here. So my game plan is going to do this. We're going to I don't even need to move these guys yet. My game plan is to take this guy, go ahead and fertilize field number 6, and then we can set the cultivators up and get them running. Then we'll bring this guy back over here, fill him up with water. We'll water field number 7, and then we'll start seeding it. Why am I going to go ahead and water it before I seed? Because I don't want the tram lines. right off the bat. So and I also kind of want to see how I want to water with this thing. I kind of want to get that done one time. Adjusting my turning radiuses and everything for down by the railroad track so I don't hit the trees. And I can do that before I put seed in the ground so I don't mess up the seed. So that's my game plan anyways. So that's going to be our basic agenda for today, is to get a whole lot of planting done. Alright, we'll unfurrow this. Man, I saw a great video today on a tow behind sprayer on a tractor spotting website. The boom on it, the way this one accordions out, the boom on it actually folded out, and then it folded all the way up and over. It didn't accordion out like this one does. It was pretty cool. All right, so let's get our GPS on. Get a new one. Get that going. We're off just by a hair. So we'll move over just a little bit. We'll move over here, grab our course. Check, make sure we're good. We'll go ahead and get started spraying. And off we go to the races. And yes, it is 11:26 at night. I reset my clock so everything is right. So at least I've noted what time it is, so as we continue to record this video, I'll know what an hour is. But I thought I would record this before I went to bed, and get the recording out of the way. I can let it process while I go to bed. And that's one less thing I have to do early in the morning. Sometimes it just strikes me that way. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, I'll do my video tonight. So it's as high as you can get it, and it's going to hit that rock, I bet. Nope. Alright, so let's get some moisture in the ground, and then we'll cultivate this. Well, it's moisture and fertilizer. We'll really inject it into there. Not. Height doesn't really matter in this game, but anyways, it seems like you guys are really enjoying the Manchester series, so I'm glad about that. Well, like I said, though, we'll do today, and then tomorrow we'll pick back up with Colborough Park Farm. Just, you know, just so we can keep it going. Alright, so, oops, what am I hitting? Oh, you know what? I sat there and thought, man, make sure you pull that boom up. You're playing around with it. Alright, so I need to realign here for this side over here. And I just need to come just a little bit over like so. Back up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, no playing with lowering the boom. I don't want to keep running into stuff with it. Alrighty. So what's up? Not much has changed since yesterday. No new mods coming out or anything else like that. We're just farming. So yeah. So I saw Ian Robson is back playing this map again. And I saw him do something that I was already thinking about doing. And a little bummed out that he got to it before me. But over there at the end of the yard, where you go towards field 6 from the yard, he put in a another equipment shed. And he stole my thunder, because that's what I was getting ready to do, to make sure they had plenty of equipment storage. So yeah, that will be something that we will do. And so I didn't know if I was going to put it there or at the end of this field, but I think that makes more sense to go over there. And I think it makes more sense to go over there and do it versus in front of 6. Wow, I had a throat spasm there, and I don't know why. It just makes sense to put it there because there's not as much turning area as there is over in there's not as much turning radius area over at 6 as there is at 7. And plus at 7 you can seed it a little bit with grass and give yourself some more. So it makes sense. It was a good choice for a place to do it for him. And that's probably where I'm going to put mine as well. Because that is one shortfall on this map, is the amount of area that you have for equipment storage. Alright, let's go ahead and kill that, and we'll get these guys fired up and get them started. And like I said, we'll get these guys over here in place, and we'll get them cultivated. We'll automate both of these guys, and then we'll get these guys automated, and then I'll go over there, spray field 7, and then we'll get going on it. Alright, so I'm looking for you know what, I really don't even need to do 2 on this. Let's just do 1 guy, because this field's not that big. Field 6 working width is going to be 12 meters. Actually, I'm going to move 11. Starting in the northwest corner, heading to the east, and I think I'm just going to give myself 1 headland on this. Generate my course. Come on over here with it. Offset. No offset. So let's bring this back down to 0. That's good. Activate 4-wheel drive. Come over here. Nearest waypoint is set. And go ahead and not collapse that, but actually lower it. And have it drive course. What's it doing? Sometimes I hate you. Course play. I guess I didn't drive to the second dot. Didn't get far enough into it. There we go. Alright, so that will do its thing. And we'll tab over to this guy and we'll just go put him up. Because it, like I said, that field's too small to justify doing 2 tractors in. 7 was really kinda small for 2 tractors. 4, however, oh yeah, I can justify that. Come back over here, park this guy real quick. Alright. That guy's done, and for now we'll just bring him over here and park him right here as well. And we'll have a nice little tractor collection over here. And we'll fire this guy back up. Head back over to the field with him with water. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our course shifted well over on this. Should be right about in here where we'll start. So, yeah, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get that up. And we'll go ahead and say, come on over. Go in an opposite direction. I did this the last time because of the fence that's there. Alright, looks about right. Alright, so we'll get our water sprayed into here. And we'll get some moisture into the field, and then we'll move forward with getting our planting done. So, a couple of questions came up yesterday on the comments, or came up earlier today, as it may be for me, but yesterday for you. Where did I get the Fent, or do I have a link for the Fent 1050 version 3.6 OFM? No, I don't. I got lucky on that I kept a backup of it in a folder when he released the new version of it, which is kind of funky, and I really didn't have any kind of way to go back and get it myself, so I like I said, I lucked out there. And if I had a link, I would share it with you. So, alright, so I want to look at how I want to do this. I think if I just turn right here at the edge of the field, like so, and just come straight across the grass, and then turn in at the marker. Yeah, that'll work. And we shouldn't hit any trees. So that's my goal, is to not nail the trees with this. So Castaway was telling me that the train has been removed from the map, but you actually can see it in the clouds. Kind of interesting. And the scenery on this map is awesome. When you look back at those mountains, that's just too cool. Alright, so get a little moisture out here to help us catch up with this field because it is bone dry right now. We're going to have to do quite a bit of watering on it. I wonder if you can do 2 waterings in a day. You should be able to. Alright, so make the turn right here. And yeah, we'll miss that tree as well. And then just come on in right here. And I know this doesn't matter right now, but it's getting us set up so we know how to do everything once we seed this field. Because as dry as it is, we're gonna have to come in here and water quite a bit, and it'll be on basically a little bit of the same schedule that we were before. We'll be putting in we're at 5 and 2 on our nutrient values right now, so if we plant basically my game plan is going to be plant today, tomorrow herbicide, come back on on what is day 4 or whatever, the second day of growth on this. We'll come back and put some NPK back down, and that will boost up our nitrogen and potassium again, because we're going to lose like 2 points in nitrogen, 1 point in PK, so something like that. Alright, and so we'll make the turn here, and I'll go ahead and kill that, and then we'll make the turn again right here on the red line. Ooh, it's a little shallow for it, so the turn will actually come up here and turn just outside of the red line. That's fine right there. Yeah, we should be good with that. Should be good. Alright, so a little bit of that area didn't quite get cultivated, but it's okay. So I think I'm going to plant, I don't know what I'm going to plant in this one. I know I'm going to plant corn in 6. I don't know what I'm going to put in this one. Maybe soybean? I've never done soybean in the game, so that might be something to do. Alright, we're almost done with this. Alright, so back up here to the top. Shut that off. Go ahead and collapse that. Good, good, good. And we'll go park this over here. We're going to end up needing to go ahead and refill it with some more water, as we will be spray in field 6 with some water. Alright, so back to NPK. Fill. And I can go ahead and shut the motor down on that. And we'll come over here. And I know it's overkill, but I think I'm going to use the 1050s to seed with. So grab some seed in this thing and double check what I want to grow. While that's doing that, we'll come in here and let's look at our silos. Alright, so we got a lot of wheat over in 4, so I'm not worried about wheat because we're about to just have plenty once that field's matured. We have plenty of barley. We don't have hardly any corn. Honestly, we need to plant corn, but these guys won't plant corn in these planters. I'm gonna have to get another sower. And then when we come down into our multi-fruit, we have oats and soybean. We just harvested a bunch of oats. We have 0 soybean. So soybean is going to be our winner. I do believe this one will plant soybean. I believe that's soybean right there. So I believe that's oats. And that's soybean. We're going to find out here in just a moment. Alright guys, I'm going to do the same thing that we did on field 4. I'm just going to let Harold take care of these. So I'll just line it up, get everything good lined up, and then I'll let the hired help come in here and do the planting. And I'll let them start over on the sides. That's going to work right there. So we'll lower down, start the seeder going. Yeah, that's going to work. And we'll let the hired help take over. Oh, and he's just off by a hair. Alright. So that one is rolling. Then I want to start this guy up. So I've got another piece of equipment I need to go buy. And that is going to be a seeder that we can use to plant corn. Because we do need to plant corn. Alright, so what else? Somebody asked me, where do I get all my mods? Again, I get everything from... Most of my mods come from either FSUK, mod hosters, or I do... Because they tend to get out there a little bit faster on LS Mods 2015. Or, so, I usually check it. But my go-to site for mods is mod hosters. I can trust it. Somebody asked me, you know, how do I download mods without getting a whole bunch of viruses and such? You just learn where not to go and what sites not to use, and find you a couple of them that you trust and go with them. And don't go to these other, try to stay off some of the off-brand ones that you might not trust. Like, I stick with those three, and if they're not on there, I pretty much don't, I'm not worried about going anywhere else for them. Now, I do get some stuff from like Maru.net, and American Eagles Modding, God, I can't even believe I just said their name and promoted them within a video, but, I do go get some stuff from those sites. But I'm real careful about what sites I actually download from. Uploaded.net is one of those sites where I just am really cautious about, because I have gotten viruses off of that site that luckily I was able to catch and quarantine and get rid of. So alright, so all of the cultivating is done. Well, this stuff all went in here crooked, didn't it? That's me trying to back stuff in. I did a pretty pathetic job with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and park this guy. Right here. Alright. What am I doing in here? Alright, so these guys are seeding, getting that done. I need to go put water. What is this guy doing? Gosh, I hate the AI though. All that room to turn around and it's still gonna miss those little spots up at the top. And yeah, since I'm running drive control, I really can't go cut a headland around it anymore. Oh, that was another one. Somebody asked me, what is the mod that I'm using that makes the tram lines? It's drive control. It's built into drive control now as a feature. So, it's something that they implemented a couple of patches back. So, or a couple of versions back. Alright, so let's get the John Deere fired back up again. And let's see, we're switching that to water. Won't be able to come that way after we seed. Oh. Did I start over here? I started over there. Can't quite look back while I'm backing this one up, can I? Alright, so boom out. We'll get some water in this field. And then it'll be ready to seed as well. But I'm going to have to go get another seeder to put corn in this one. So. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Just missed it. Just a little inside with that one. Nearly hit the batter. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. So what else is going on? Y'all, I spent the evening trying to get a GTA video recorded, and it just wouldn't happen. My game just kept crashing. Just stupid stuff kept happening. I ended up just having to get rid of it, and I actually ended up, something's not right, so I deleted the entire game save, and here's the reason why too. You know, when I modded the game, you put GTA 5 on your computer, then you copy it and make a safe version of it, so that if you want to go back and play the online version of GTA, you can do that, because you can't go online with the modded version of it. Just can't do it. Ooh, that wasn't good. I didn't come all the way to the edge of the field before I turned, so this wasn't getting wet. So I need to go back and do that. So anyways, you have to, if you looked into doing the LSPDFR, you'll know the first thing that you do is make a copy of your GTA 5 folder. Then you rename it something else. Then you go into your GTA 5 folder, the copy of the GTA 5 folder, and that's where you actually mod it for LSPDFR. And then that way, if you want to go back online, you've always got a clean version of GTA where you can go and play online. So yesterday, I was trying to go in and play the storyline a little bit more and unlock a few more guns and everything else like that. And I swear I went in and I renamed all my folders so that my LSPDFR was, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5 dash, you know, modded or whatever. And that the other one was, you know, the one that originally was the backup copy, I went ahead and called it Grand Theft Auto, and went in and hit the button to play, and I thought everything was going to be right. Unfortunately, something happened, and I lost the complete backup. I don't know how. I mean, it went in and it, like, most of the GTA stuff is there, but a lot of the folders and everything were gone, and I didn't have the rest of the files and everything in there anymore. So I felt like I lost that backup. Well, I did, because I tried to launch the game out of there and it wouldn't work. So I was having issues with the game, and so I basically decided, you know what, since I'm having some issues with the game crashing a lot and everything else, I'm just going to go ahead and uninstall and restart again, and that way I can get myself a nice, good, clean save copy. I'm going to completely rename it and move it out of my I'm going to move it out of my Steam folder completely, so I can know that I have a save somewhere. So no GTA video tonight. I spent several attempts trying to get one done, and it just wouldn't work. I would go off, I'd do my intro, I'd start off and maybe do one traffic stop, and then I would go to do the next call out, and as soon as I got on scene, the computer would crash. Not the computer, but the game would crash, and wasn't anything I could do about it. So I just, after it did that 4 or 5 times, I was like, I'm done. See, alright, so this field's been sprayed with a little moisture. And that should be all the spraying that we need for a little bit. Whoops. Apparently those are not collidable. So... Oops. Well... Oh, I think I may be stuck. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's good. And let's tab over. See how we're doing seeding. We're good. One thing I could do is I could close out the game. I mean, lesson learned here. I could close out the game, go into course play, turn off tramlines, and then come do the headlands and get those little places fixed. I always hate that about the AI. Well, alright, so that's that. Basically, it is plant time. And we need a corn seeder. So let's jump in here. Sewing machines. And I pretty much don't like to get the big one. I like to get this guy. This is the, what is that, 9-meter one? Is that the one I usually get for corn? I forget. Usually get this guy to seed everything else. Have I been getting, I think I've been getting the 6-meter to do corn, but on these fields, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get the big 9-meter one. I like the 9-meter horse. I don't like the Pronto, because this guy is 1 unit. This is 2 units. I don't like it. It's hard to back up, and that's the only reason why I don't like it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and buy this guy. And that'll give us our corn seeder to use. We can get that delivered to the farm real quick. Because, you know, any purchase over $97,000 gets you a free delivery on your unit. So since we, you know, just paid $98,000, we just got in with free shipping. So that's nice, or free delivery. Alright, so these guys continue to do their thing, and we'll grab the John Deere. Actually, we'll grab the other Fendt, fire it up. Alright, so we'll come over here, fill it up, and then we can go seed the field over there. Get it full of corn, and then we will be good to go. See, we almost, by the end of this episode, we will be to the point where all the fields are seeded, and we could afford to take a day or two and go over to Coleboro. So, and when we come back, it'll be day 3, and everything will be beautiful. See, that big cultivator does a really good job on this field. If you downsize it from 12 meters to 11 meters, it doesn't miss hardly anything. So, I really like that. Alright, so... why are you giving me an offset? There should be no offset on this. Give me that so I can look at it. It's showing 10 meters on that. Didn't I see that is a 12-meter rig? Nope, 9 meters. So why is it showing 10? I don't know. So we'll go 9 meters on it just to be safe. And we'll lose the offset. And we will massage that on over to the edge. And we'll back up. And we will do this one ourselves. Might as well, you know. There's nothing else going on. There we go. So we'll run some seed here and get field number 6 all seeded up with corn. Those guys will continue to get our soybean in. And we're going to be in really, really good shape. Yeah, I just scratched my neck. That's the reason my camera kind of moved all over the place. It's kind of hard to see over that chair. If I lean up a little bit, I can see. Let's go ahead and drop that off. And we'll just run through this field and get it seeded. And that's going to be about it for today. So we should be in good shape. We should add some corn. Probably what I'll do with the corn is use it for silage, because we're in need of silage at this point. Unless I decide to get a baler and wrap some silage. Could always do that. One of these days I do need to get that far extension mod and actually play with it. It's one of those things where I'm like, ooh, do I really want to go work that hard to get silage? In case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the far silage extension, or far bunker extension, silo bunker extension, I think is basically what it does is it changes the way the bunker works to make silage. Instead of, one of the things that it changes is you can't just use grass to make silage. You have to put a mixed ratio in there of chaff and potatoes, and you have to compress each, like you put a layer of this down, you have to compress it, put a layer of this down and compress it, and you go back and forth and do it, and then at the end you have TMR. So I believe that's the way it works. So so it's not actually making silage anymore. It's doing the TMR. So yeah, I saw the funniest GPS video the other day. It was this guy out of like Britain, I guess it is, but he was running this great big John Deere, I think it was. He's running great big John Deere, and he was doing seeding, and he was making fun of GPS in your tractor, in the fact that, you know, now you've got auto steer on John Deere's. So now the Green Star will actually go in, and when you're doing all your plotting and everything for your field, it does auto steer. It does everything for you now, and it'll do auto turn. That's what I was thinking, not auto steer, but auto turn. So at the end of your field and everything, it will turn, even make all your turns now. Instead of just keeping it straight on a course, it will actually do all the turns. And so this guy was like, his video is like 10-15 minutes long, but it's all these different cuts of him screwing around in the cab of the tractor while he's, you know, seeding the field. One of them, he's like on his cell phone, reading the newspaper, fixing his lunch. You know, at one point he steps out on the side of the tractor to take a whiz. It's really funny, and what's great is it's an older gentleman. It's not like some kid who's 20 years old doing this video. This is a guy who's probably in his you know, in his 50s, you know, 40s, 50s. I would say 50s. He appears older than me in the video, or I would assume he's older than me. And he's just great. At one point he falls asleep in the tractor, and yeah, he has one of the little paddle ball games. He's trying to do paddle ball inside the tractor, and just then he gets out a rag and a bottle of stuff, and he's just rubbing the windows and cleaning and dusting, and, you know, the whole time. And the whole series is great. It's just because it's so true. It's like, well, you got to be in it and pass the day. But then I've seen guys start it and get out of their tractor and walk away for a minute and go do something and come back, run up, jump, and get in their tractor and continue on. I would highly advise against that, but I have seen it happen. Automation's come so far. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest in Los Angeles. They're now, or in Las Vegas, they're actually testing Mercedes-Benz semis now that actually will drive themselves. Yeah, that scares me even more. I need a big giant semi running strictly on a computer, and you know, giving a driver another reason to fall asleep and just plow into somebody. It is crazy though where the technology has come in farming. And if you think using GPS in the game is a hack, it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's something that you would use in your regular life, and if you want to run profitable, you really need to, because it cuts down on the amount of waste you're doing, especially if you're doing a big giant field, and you don't want to be sitting there overlapping on every row and using that much more gas, you know, because like every 8 or, you know, every 6 to 8 rows, you've basically you've had to seed a whole nother row because you've had so much you know, so much overage. And then you've got the, you know, in this game it doesn't account for it, but in real life, if you have overage, that's wasted seed or wasted spray. Spray, not so much in this game, or spray, it does count in this game, but seed, not so much. Seed, if you go over an area that you've technically already seeded, it doesn't put any more seed out. Do believe my fence have run into each other over here. So we need to go get them unblocked. So we'll get here. And let's see if we can get over here and fix them real quick. Oh no, this is the worst possible scenario. Crud. Y'all realize what I did. Is there a solution to this? Alright, so if I get into this guy, I turn the hired help off, I back up. How do I get out of this solution without destroying all this? Really, the only thing I can do is back out of here. Well, this stinks. Let me think about one thing real quick. Let's look at... Haha. There is a solution to all problems. Oh, well. Hang on. That didn't work. I'm in the wrong mode. So let's go into delivery mode. Drive course. Ha ha ha! There's a solution to get out of it. Okay, so that's a hack cheat right there. Because the two of them ran into each other in the field, if I had tried to manually drive them, I would have been leaving tram marks, but because I'm letting Courseplay drive through the field, I won't get the tram marks. So I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. I'm going to come through and I'm going to load up, stop. That's not what I want. I'm going to load in 7 to silo, and I'm going to set that up as a transfer, and I am going to let drive course. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, sorry, that is a hack, but yeah. I should have paid more attention to what I was doing, and I didn't. So, fair enough. So now that I got that done, once he gets over here into the grass, I can stop the driver, and then I can drive on over here and skirt this big tree, which I don't know if that's clippable or not, but I can skirt all that, skirt that, and I can get out of the field and go put this guy up. So, haha, figured it out. So at least I don't have any tram lines from the cedars, and then the other one will come on out as well. Slowly but surely. Come on now, speed, field speed. Is it turn speed it thinks it is? Come on. Get on up out of there. Alright, so I can go ahead and stop that guy now. And we're in the clear with them. Can't believe it. Figured that out. I should have been paying more attention and stopped those guys before they ran into each other. But I wasn't. So at least I had a way to get out of it. So yeah, if you're not familiar with it, drive control only lays tram lines down if I'm the person driving the tractor. If the AI is doing it, or if Courseplay is doing it, it's not going to put tram lines down. So that was a little hack there that I did by letting Courseplay drive the tractors out of the field. I won't get the tram lines in there that I would get otherwise. Whoa. Guess I forgot to lower my implement down. Alright, so we're right at about an hour on this. So we'll get this last little bit in here. I can't believe those weeds are already grown in. I mean, this field was cultivated, what, 15, 20 minutes ago? And I already have weeds in the field. That's a little too aggressive. I mean, by that standard, I should already have corn growing. Don't give it any ideas. It'll have corn already grown in a minute. Alright, one last little swath here to do, and then we are planted in all 3 fields and good to go. And that'll do it. Stay out of there. Alright, that is done. We can head back to the farm. And we will be done for this episode. I need to find some new seeders. I've used the same ones for a long time. Alright guys, gals, that's gonna do it for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot accomplished in it anyways. I might not have been the most talkative person during there, but we did get it done. And I think I can get this guy in there. Let's see what we do. Oops. Don't go too far over there. Oop, I hit it. Gotta get over here and organize a little bit better. But that works. Anyway, so thanks for watching today. Hope you liked the video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up on that. Appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I will do another video tomorrow. I do a new one each and every day for you. And again, I'm trying to get to where I can get a couple of videos a day up for you guys, like a farm sim video today, and then some other video as well. But like I said, I've been kind of, you know, messing with GTA 5 and trying to get it modded out right and running properly, and I've been spending so much time messing with it that I haven't had really any time to do anything else. I've been trying to get videos recorded on it, but like I said, I've had so many issues with mods crashing, games crashing. Apparently the version of Rage Hook that I got it didn't have the right string commands for me to get the console, so I wasn't able to reload. Like if police radios crashed in the middle of the game, I wasn't able to actually go and get restarted without restarting the game, whereas there is a way to actually, using the console, go in there and reload the program, and you don't have to do that. Well, I wasn't able to do it because my version of Rage Hook was messed up and I didn't have the ability to open up the console. So I finally got that working, and that helped out a little bit, but still I was having so many issues that a reinstall was necessary, and should be done. What am I doing, man? I'm gonna just run into this thing. I have to be way back here on the back to fit both tractors in here. I need to be back here in this back corner, because if I don't, the doors will stay open, which I know that's not that big of a deal, but it's just sort of, oh, anal me, as I run into some bushes. So I'll clean up this yard and everything. Tomorrow we'll be on Colebro Park Farm, and I don't even remember where we're at with that farm, other than we've got stuff on it, and I think we actually have fruit in the field. And maybe we're going to have to do some harvesting. Maybe we were harvesting. We were harvesting one field, I know that. Because I did like a dual combine thing, and I don't remember. I don't remember where we're at on it. So anyways, we'll revisit Colborough Park Farm tomorrow. And so until then, guys and gals, thanks again for watching. Y'all stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.